everybody, it's the first episode of Simply Stepmom. I'm so excited to finally be bringing this to you. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while now, so I figured what better time than right around Mother's Day. As stepmoms, it's notoriously not our favorite day, so I thought I would talk a little bit about that. I've had a kind of a roller coaster relationship with Mother's Day for as long as I can really remember, at least my adult life anyway. So just to give you a little bit of background, I lost my mom whenever I was 18, my senior year. So starting right around then, Mother's Day was not my favorite. I said all the time that it was a holiday made up by Hallmark to make money. And I mean, I'm still pretty sure that that's true, but it just really wasn't my favorite day because of that reason. So it was nothing that I ever really looked forward to. It was just a day that kind of brought up a lot of negative emotion for me. So again, starting from that time when I was 18, it just really was not the best day for me. So, but then as life moved along, it kind of had different meanings as for different phases in my life. So, lost my mom at 18, Mother's Day, just really tried to avoid it, pretend it really just wasn't there, if I'm being honest. And then fast forward a little bit to when I became a stepmom. I was around, let's see, what do I have been? I've been right around 25, I guess. So whenever I met my now husband and became very involved with his daughter, my now stepdaughter, it kind of brought on a new meaning. I didn't really dread it necessarily as much. I felt more of a connection, I guess, to it because I was in her life since she was 2. So, but then again, as a stepmom, it also kind of brings in a lot of emotion. So it's still not Karen's best day. Not my favorite, but it's getting better, right? Well, until my husband and I would get married a few months after, we start trying for a baby of our own. And it didn't happen for us right away. So then again, Mother's Day rolls around and I'm a little bitter Betty about it. I don't really care for the holiday. It's becoming a theme. So I was just finding myself being just jealous of other mothers and people that just seem to have children so naturally and, not giving myself the grace that I should have at the time. So I'm one of those people that I'm type A. I like to make sure that if I have a goal in mind, then it's just going to happen. That's what I'm going to do. And we wanted to have a kid. So it should have just happened, right? So luckily it did for us, and it wasn't anything where we needed to have any sort of intervention or anything like that. But it just took us a little bit longer. So again, Mother's Day kind of has a different meaning to where I'm a mother and we celebrate the day differently. And so again, Mother's Day just probably isn't as important, or I don't necessarily feel like I need the day like other mothers might because of all of that. But you can still make it fun, and so that's why I just wanted to make this video a little bit to kind of let you know that you're not alone if Mother's Day is kind of a dreaded day on your calendar. I get it. I totally get it. Mother's Day can be hard. There's a lot of factors in there for stepmoms that, you are in your home most likely whenever your stepchildren are with you. You kind of do everything mom. You're doing laundry, you're cleaning, you're helping with schoolwork, you're at all of their sporting events, you're helping them with anything that a mother would if she were in the home. So, but then when Mother's Day rolls around, that's not your day. You do everything mom, but do not celebrate that day because those kids are not yours. So it brings up a lot of emotion, I know, and it's just another day to where you feel not appreciated. And I get that. You know, there's a lot of times where stepmoms feel like we have to take a back seat. And that especially is one of those days. It's hard because you don't see your kids typically anyways, on Mother's Day. It's a day that you're not going to see them, so you're already kind of, missing them anyway, so it's just an added bummer on the day. Just all around, just, probably not your favorite. And another reason it can be hard is, if we're being totally honest with yourself, it's a day dedicated to someone you might not even like. So, with stepmoms, the relationship between the stepmom and the bio mom can sometimes be a little contentious. So it's a whole day dedicated to that person that brings you the most stress in your life, that is just seemingly constantly starting drama and being awful to your husband and not even acknowledging your presence whatsoever. So yeah, it's a day dedicated to her. Oh, no thanks. No thank you. So for stepmoms, it can be a lot of that. Even if you're like myself and have a good relationship for the most part with your stepchildren's mother, it can still just kind of be a dark cloud on your calendar. It just can be. It brings up a lot. So how do we make it any easier? How can we, as stepmothers, every year not dread this day so much? I feel like there's no one answer to how to make the day that much better necessarily. But you'll hear me say this a lot whenever it comes to holidays. And my biggest tip on this is to start your own tradition. Something that you can look forward to. So meaning every year for Mother's Day is probably going to be the same as far as custody schedules go. So meaning you're not probably going to have your stepkids every year on Mother's Day. So what can you do? Make your own tradition. Maybe it's something that you and your husband or your partner go out for dinner every year, or you do something special for yourself on that day. You can also celebrate yourself without having your stepkids around, and all the accomplishments and all the amazing things that you do for your family can still be celebrated. So take the day for yourself. And while I was talking to my husband about this on, what I was thinking about how to kind of make the day better. And this is something that he brought up and said, yeah, and have open communication with your spouse. And I wonder why he said that. Probably because there were a few years in there that I was probably a little irritated with the day, not my best self, and he didn't know why, or was like, what is her problem, or something along those lines. And my husband is amazing, but he's not one of those guys that's gonna pick up what I'm putting down, you know what I mean? So he's one of those people that if you're trying to hint at something, it ain't happening. So I need to be able to tell him, look, this day sucks for me. Can we make some cocktails and sit out on the deck? Or can we go to dinner? Can we do anything that can just take your mind off of the day? So those are my 2 tips to kind of make the day a little bit better. And so make sure you're making your own traditions, having open communication with your spouse, and just try your best to enjoy your day, celebrate yourself and everything that you do for your family, because I know that you work so hard at being an amazing stepmom, and you are. So that's it. That's all I've got for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please, please, please share it with the people in your life, coworkers, friends, family. It would mean a lot to me, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.